Are you looking to expand your Funko collection but you're on a budget? I think I can help you with that. What's up guys, it's MD Shady, and today I'm going to help you with some tips for budgeting when collecting Funko Pop. So let's check it out. So getting right into it, I think that the first and best tip for budgeting while Funko Pop hunting or collecting Funko Pops is pre-ordering Pops, and a great place to do this is at GameStop. GameStop is now in Canada as well as the States. Before it was EB Games. So we do a lot of our pre-orders over at GameStop, considering they do get a pretty good catalog of stuff that they can or that they are able to pre-order. So I think that that's one of the best tips, is that if there's a new Pop that you're looking to put into your collection, pre-ordering it over at GameStop or a store that does do pre-orders is a great way to obtain it at the retail price, where you don't have to go to the secondary market, and you're basically guaranteed that Pop because they're going to get it in. It's going to be saved there for you. You don't have to go around and really like worry about trying to find it in the wild, and you get it right at retail price. So that is definitely the #1 tip for kind of trying to budget or save for Funko Pops. You don't have to pay secondary prices if you don't have to, so why would you? The second tip I have is looking for deals, and this is a really good one, whether you are over at, let's say, a convention, or you're at a toy show, or you're at a toy store that is like owned and operated like a mom and pop kind of toy store, rather than like, let's say, Toys R Us here in Canada. Look for the best deals, and the best way to do this is obviously using your Funko app or PPG and kind of seeing what the price of Pops are currently at. So let's say, for example, you see a King Homer that I have right beside me, and that's a Pop that you're looking for, and it's $15, and you see it on the Funko app or on PPG for, let's say, 20 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, that's $5 off. That's probably when you should grab it, because you're probably not going to find it cheaper than that. I mean, that's about retail anyways. So basically that's a really good step, is that, and it seems like this one is kind of something that just makes sense for a lot of people. Look for a good deal, but really some people might just go, oh hey, I need this, I'm going to buy this. When I've been caught for this sometimes at conventions, where I'll go and I'll buy a certain Pop, and then I'll see it and I'll be like, okay, I want this, it's 25 bucks, cool. And then like half an hour later we go to a different booth and I find it for, let's say, 20 bucks. So that's $5 completely wasted when I could have just waited and found it, or gone back if I didn't find it. You guys know what I mean. So yeah, look for the best deal, and honestly that's an easy way to save money while Funko Pop hunting. Another tip that I have for you guys, and this has worked out very great for me in the past, is bundle deals. Whether you're on Facebook Marketplace or another app or such kind of like that, you can find people selling their whole collection of Funko Pops, and sometimes that's a really great thing to buy. What I like to do is I'll buy someone's collection, we'll negotiate a price, and then basically I take the Pops out of that I want to keep, and I sell or trade off the rest, and then basically I can make my money back, hopefully for the entire lot, and then basically the 4 or 5, let's say, Funko Pops out of a 20 or 30 Pop lot basically becomes free. Sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes you buy a lot, you can add a couple Pops to your collection out of that lot, and you might not get the entire price back from that, but that's fine. Let's say if I bought 30 Pops, let's say for $100, I take 5 out of that and I make 80 bucks back. That's still great. I mean, you've basically only spent $20 at that point on 5 Pops that you want to have for your collection. So bundle deals is a great way to go. I really do love doing this. And I guess another tip to go in there too is when you're finding deals, like I said before, let's say with King Homer or whatever Pop you're looking for, using the Funko app, if you find a Pop that's extremely low, like let's say you find a Pop somewhere that's 20 bucks, but it's actually going for $120, it's probably good to pick it up, even if that's not a Pop that you want for your collection, because you can probably sell it, or you can trade it off. And that's my next tip that I want to talk about, is trading Pops. It's a great thing to do. There's a lot of people in this community, and some people want to trade. Sometimes even me and DK trade Pops, and that works out great because I have a Pop that he wants, he has a Pop that I want. If they're similar value, we trade them, and that's an easy way to get Pops in your collection, especially if you want to thin out some sets that you don't really need. For example, I have here with Twinkie the Kid and then the Twinkie the Kid Chase. I don't necessarily need that Chase in my collection, so I think that sometime pretty soon I might end up thinning out my ad icons by getting rid of some of these Chase Pops that I don't necessarily need, because for me the common is fine. So I can take that Chase and I can sell it, or I can trade it and get a different ad icon into my collection. That's a great way to do it on the low or even for free. And I guess that goes right into my next tip, and that's limiting what you buy. Exactly like I said with the Twinkie the Kid, like I don't need both of these, so I can limit what I buy, and I don't have to have both of them. I can just go for the common and be happy with that common. Some people are different. Some people might want all of the Twinkie the Kids, or they might want all of the ad icons. I'm not necessarily like that. I think that if there's some Pops that are really good, like if it's the same character, then I'll just get the best version, and I don't necessarily need one that I don't like as much. Why would I add it to my collection? Especially when Funko Pops take up a whole lot of real estate. So adding pops that you don't necessarily love might not be a great thing to do for your collection when something like just the common is good enough. So limiting what you buy is definitely a great way to save. You can, let's say, if you're collecting Spider-Man pops, you don't need every single one. Just get the ones that you really like. Maybe you might want one of every costume that Spider-Man has, every different suit. That's fine. Get the best one from every suit, maybe even the unmasked ones, but you don't need every single pose change. I think that that's just a little bit ridiculous, and that definitely helps you save money to afford pops that you actually want to get. The next tip I have is time. Funko Pop collecting takes a whole lot of time. Me and DK have been collecting for many of years now, and it's not like this collection just grew overnight. It's been a long time. It's been 6 or 7 years at least that we've been collecting. And I mean, you just chip away at some sets. That's basically what I do. Is sometimes for a month I'll chip away at Looney Tunes, or I'll start chipping away at The Simpsons or something like that. I'm not going around buying a ton of pops all at once. Maybe if I find a great deal, sure. But I kind of focus on a couple sets at a time and kind of chip away at those. You don't need to fill up your whole collection right away. Usually it's better to wait and take the time, especially when you're looking for those deals. Another tip that I have, and this one might be a little controversial, and this is stay away from eBay. You can go on eBay, you can look at prices, but a lot of the times they're going to be a lot more than the Funko app or PPG is listed, especially when you factor in the shipping. I mean, I've done it before. There's definitely been pops. For example, Captain Crook as well as Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. They were both from New York Comic Con in 2020. Basically, the day they dropped, I hopped right on eBay and I bought them because I knew I really needed these for my set. But I should have, like I said before, took the time and not done that, and eBay is really bad for that. You can probably find deals if you search around on eBay, but a lot of the times it's resellers that are gouging prices, and you could probably find it for a better deal at, let's say, your mom and pop toy show or toy store, or even going to conventions where people kind of just want to get rid of their stuff and make some money. They're not really looking to gouge the prices. Generally at conventions, you're looking around the going price for a certain pop. Another big tip that I have, and it might be one of the biggest, is become known in the/your community, whether it is online or in a mom and pop toy store. Definitely become known, show your face around a lot there, be very friendly with the workers or the owners and stuff like that, and it will go a long way for you when you're trying to collect Funko Pops. I mean, people will be more inclined to give you a deal if they kind of know you. Hey, you've been in here multiple times. You kind of get talking, you kind of know each other a lot more, which is a lot of fun in the Funko community, and it really does help out. One example of this is K-Dog and Fish, two guys that have a store that's kind of local to us. It's actually kind of far away, but it's still kind of around. We're pretty good friends with them now. We've been over to their store. We talk to them all the time, and it's a great thing because sometimes they give deals. They've definitely given me some deals on some pops that they don't even have for sale, but they know that I need that pop, and they do that for a lot of their community where they'll say, hey, you need this pop. We've found this pop for you. We'll sell it to you. And that's a great thing because they're not really going to gouge you on the price too much. They're going to sell it to you for just about what it's going for PPG. And that's because you've built up this relationship with them, and it's a great thing to do. And it's the same thing for the online community. I mean, whether it's a whatnot seller or, let's say, YouTubers like me and DK, it's definitely good to build up a relationship with those people because they can find pops for you. If they're selling pops, they might be more inclined to give you a deal on some of this stuff because, hey, I know this person, we've talked before, why wouldn't I give them a deal? That's even happened to me through Tristan over at Top Pops. We're pretty good friends with him, and he's more inclined to give us a deal on some pops. If, let's say, I say, hey, I know you have this pop because I've seen it in your videos. I don't know if you necessarily want to have it in your collection still, and he'll sell me that pop, and he's really not looking to make money on it. He'll basically just sell it to me for what he got it for, or maybe just a little bit more if it is more of an expensive pop. So yeah, becoming known in your community is definitely one of the biggest ones because it's really easy to do. I mean, it's easy to be friendly. It's very easy, and it costs nothing to be friendly. So being friendly goes a long way, and it basically gives you a discount card. I'm not saying you're guaranteed to get a discount if you are friendly with people, but It's a great thing to do. And I mean, in my experience, a lot of the times it does help and you will get those deals. And then my last tip for you guys today, I actually kind of talked about it, but I kind of forgot to go into the second half of that. And that's going back to the bundle deals, where this is instead not really when you're buying lots, but let's say you're at a toy show and you found 5 different pops that you want. And let's say the price for these 5 pops is going to be $150. If you're buying 5 pops or a lot of pops, you could usually bundle them all together and say, hey, normally this would be 150 bucks. Can you do 135? Let's say like 15 bucks off. And a lot of the times when you're buying a bundle of pops, you're buying, let's say, more than 3 pops at a time. People are usually going to do this. It's a thing that I've been doing forever, ever since I was a kid, going to garage sales and buying stuff. You kind of bundle everything together and you say, hey, this is the price I'm willing to pay for this stuff. A lot of times they're going to do it because they want to get rid of this stuff, and it's just a great thing to do. For me, it's very easy. DK actually calls it the MD negotiation magic because I do it all the time. I very rarely pay the price for stuff that people are asking, and I guess that's just in my nature, I suppose. I love doing it. I love getting that deal. I search for the deal, and then I kind of try to whittle down the price a little bit more just so that I feel good about adding pops to my collection at an affordable price. But anyways, guys, that's my tips for this video, and I hope it helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to smash the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and hit that little notification bell to be notified when future content like this video gets released. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace in, peace out.